Chapter 499, Minor Arcana Card. Jenna briefed the three purifiers about their investigation of Hostel, emphasizing the encounter with a cyborg monk from the Deep Valley Cloister underground, who carried a load of paints and brushes. As they subsequently investigated, Seal and she stumbled upon a tunnel collapse during an earthquake-like upheaval, leading them to fall into the painting's world. Imre couldn't hide his disbelief, interrupting Jenna with a skeptical tone. "You just fell into the painting world like that. Seems too coincidental." The coincidence seems so unreal that even best-selling authors wouldn't concoct such a plot twist. Valentine muttered to himself, could it be a miracle from God? Jenna nodded, recalling her initial disbelief when she first laid eyes on the painting's market district. Yes, it was hard to believe at first. Angoulême, with a subtle gesture of his right hand, signaled Imre and Valentine not to press further, allowing Celia Bello to continue. Jenna shifted her focus to Seraphine and Gabriel's detailed description of Hostel, delving into her and Seal's harrowing escape, encounters with pixies, and the relentless attacks from the other rooms. Upon grasping the significance of Hostel and rooms, Valentine's mind churned with contemplation, making a vital connection. Each room harbors a resident, akin to concealing immense power within one's body, allowing a portion of it to leak out. Where have I seen such a state before? As images and information flashed through Valentine's mind, he looked up, interrupting Jenna's narrative with a probing question. What's Seal's true identity? When the purifiers plastered the wanted posters across the city, they were onto Seal Dubois and his fake identity cooked up by the Savoy mob. The police headquarters had their hands full interrogating the captured Savoy mob members, digging for any shreds of information about Seal Dubois' background. Jenna understood that now that he was wanted, Seal couldn't conceal his true identity further. After some consideration, she smiled and said, "Don't you know? His real name is Lumian Lee, also a wanted criminal from Cordoue in the south." Lumian Lee. Valentine's eyelids twitched as he realized his suspicions were correct. Jenna glanced at him and softly explained. Seal joined the Savoy mob and the Iron and Blood Cross Order to enhance himself and seek revenge on the evil gods bestowed. He played a crucial role in this matter. Without his investigation, the hostile ritual wouldn't have been brought forward, and the catastrophe would have been even more severe. Though he claims it's to finish off the bestowed of evil gods, deep down, he doesn't want others to suffer the same fate after he experienced a disaster. Valentine's expression eased, revealing a mix of regret and relief. He sighed, acknowledging, he is indeed a devout follower of God. Unfortunately, fate and those malevolent forces pushed him into the darkness. Jenna, muttering silently, a devout follower. I'm afraid you have some unnecessary misunderstandings about Seal. Angoulême responded to the revelation with a self-deprecating smile. I didn't expect the one preventing the catastrophe from escalating last night to be a wanted criminal, a member of an evil organization. Even without standing in the light, one can still be a hero. Jenna agreed with this sentiment, choosing not to divulge the Pixie's reference to Lumian as Room 1. Instead, she focused on the escape from the painting world, describing their emergence in the wilderness outside Fourth Epic Trier after passing through the darkness corresponding to the Salle de Balbrise at sunrise. She detailed the collapsed grayish-white stone pillar, the distant giant's figure, General Philip's feigned death, the black primordial demoness figurine, Mirror Gardner Martin, the terrifying roar, the descending sun, the reddened sky, and the rain of fire. However, she discreetly omitted the specifics of the ensuing battle. Angoulême and the rest wisely held back from prying too much. Among wild beyonders, certain intel could fetch a handsome sum, but the details of their abilities and combat techniques were strictly confidential. Finally, we obtained the figurine and the fragment left behind by Mirror Gardner, left the seal, and returned to the normal underground, Jenna continued. Though the first half of her sentence wasn't directly related to the second half, it created an impression of how they left Fourth Epic Trier. The complexity of the matter is beyond imagination, and it involves a high-level power. Angoulême sighed softly. They had no idea what had happened for the sun to rise from the sacred heart cloister last night, nor did they understand why it had fallen into the fourth epic Trier's seal. They felt that it had something to do with an angel-level battle. "Where is the figurine and the mirror fragment?" Valentine asked anxiously. Jenna couldn't be more honest. "It's with Franca." Angoulême nodded gently. "Where's the full-body armor?" This was linked to the deaths of his two former colleagues. Of course, Gardner Martin's death could be seen as a form of successful revenge. Magic mirror divination revealed a terrifying betrayal curse associated with it. Gardner Martin's fate served as proof. None of us dared to take the risk. Ultimately, we left it with Seal. Jenna, even as a witch, found the curse to be exaggerated and ridiculous. After a brief silence, Angoulême addressed the issue. "If you encounter Seal again, tell him he can sell us the armor." Jenna nodded in agreement, and the purifier deacon got serious. "The intel you provided is very important. What kind of compensation do you want?" "The potion formula for pleasure and all the ingredients," Jenna replied, intending to set a high starting point for negotiation. This came from years of bargaining experience. Angoulême glanced at the witch and said, "Are you planning to leave the market district too?" "That's right," Jenna smiled sadly and self-deprecatingly. "Witches bring catastrophe. I don't want to impact the people here. No wonder the witches in stories always live in the dark forest, away from people. However, I'll return occasionally and remain your informant. You can continue to contact me through the agreed method." Her slightly sad smile prompted an instinctive urge in Imre to look away, wary of falling for her. "Once we verify the authenticity of your intel, we'll help you apply for the formula and ingredients for pleasure. I can't guarantee its success. Items at this level require approval from the higher-ups," Angoulême promised, without entering into further negotiation. After bidding farewell to the purifiers, Jenna picked up her suitcase and took a carriage to Franca's safe house in Quartier de la Cathédrale commemorative. Once settled, she reflected for a moment and decided to express her gratitude at the Fool's Cathedral in Lavigny Docks. She felt compelled to thank this great entity for answering her prayers and enabling Seal to enter the painting world to provide assistance. This marked the official commencement of her commitment to Mr. Fool. In the pristine cathedral with clear windows, Jenna sat at the edge of the last row of pews. She closed her eyes, clasped her hands, brought them to her chest, and bowed her head in prayer. Amidst the tranquility of the religious space, it felt as if she had entered a deep slumber, her mind empty, and her words mere offerings of praise. Vaguely, she sensed someone settling beside her. Ignoring the newcomer, she continued with her prayer. After a few minutes, she opened her eyes and noticed a petite lady praying beside her. The lady had shoulder-length yellow hair and wore light pants, a masculine-looking shirt, and a small brown coat. Although her eyes remained closed, the delicate contours of her brows, mouth, and nose were discernible from her side profile. Despite her lack of height, she exuded a calm and dignified aura. Sensing Jenna's gaze, the woman opened her eyes and greeted her with a smile. "Jenna." "Yes, whom am I speaking to?" Jenna felt puzzled and vigilant, but she sensed no danger in Mr. Fool's cathedral. The young lady introduced herself. "I'm the Major Arcana card holder of the Two of Cups, whom you might know as Franca, Judgment. I came to the Fool's Cathedral to pray today, not expecting to meet you. Perhaps this is fate. How about it? Do you want to draw a minor Arcana card?" Feeling the friendliness in her tone, Jenna nodded and said, "I'd be delighted, Madam Judgment." If it were any other Major Arcana card holder, Jenna might have been instinctively worried, but Franca and Lumion had already mentioned Judgment and Magician to her. She had a natural favorable impression and trust in them. Judgment retrieved a stack of tarot cards from a small black bag hanging from her waist. She casually cut them a few times and handed them over with a smile. "Draw one." Jenna felt inexplicably nervous. After contemplating for a moment, she reached out her right hand and drew a minor Arcana card. The card depicted 7 cups floating in the clouds, with skulls and people looking at them below. "7 of Cups," Madam Judgment chuckled. "This represents confusion, puzzlement, dreams, illusions, and choices. But what's important is not that. Our Tarot Club's 2 demonesses drew a cup card." She produced another tarot card. this one portraying an angel sounding a trumpet to guide the departed. Major Arcana card, Judgment. Keep this card. When faced with unforeseen danger, take it out and recite Rain Judgment in Hermes. As long as I'm in Trier, I can provide assistance. Of course, you have to be in Trier too when requesting. Except in places like 4th Epoch Trier, I won't be able to hear you, Madam Judgment calmly explained. Thank you, Madam Judgment. Jenna expressed her gratitude sincerely, accepting the Major Arcana card. Judgment nodded and continued, now, cooperate with the Two of Cups to carry out the Demoness Sect's mission, but with a different direction. Avoid the Demoness Sect and investigate the special mirror worlds. The Demoness of Catastrophe, Crismona, who perished in the 4th Epoch, is a starting point. She's a child of the primordial Demoness, a natural-born woman, a pure female Demoness just like you.